Shalom, everyone. Ariel Tzadok here from the KosherTorah School, found online at KosherTorah.com. It is the 6th of January, 2020, our first little video of the year. I'm a little bit behind in my schedule because I had an injury a few weeks ago. Just bent down out of the blue, and all of a sudden, bam! I bulged a disc in my back. I had sciatica down my leg, and it was a very, very painful experience. It actually happened on Shabbat. My wife was there watching. Just went into the refrigerator, bent down, and boom, hits like that. Why am I sharing this? Because the nature of what I need to discuss with you right now is that we have to understand a matter of, like it says in the Bible, there's a time and a purpose for all things under heaven. And then it says there's a time for this and a time for that. Go look it up in Ecclesiastes. Our universe that God created operates in accordance to what we understand and know as natural law, universal law. In a mystical understanding, this is why, or how I should say, we understand our Torah observance called Halakha, which means the way to go. It's called Jewish law. But the sages of our tradition, the words of the Torah, were emerging. We call it the oral and the written Torahs, like a male and female coupling. And yes, the sexual connotation is intentional here. It brings out a passion, a bond, in which you understand the nature and ebb and flow of everything in life, in the universe. And there is a time and a purpose for all things under heaven. It's the natural, mechanical halakha of how God operates the universe. Now, this is important to understand because it's now the 6th of January. This Torah portion at the end of this week is Parshat Vayahi. But we enter into a 6-week period, which is actually an overlapping of the astrological period of Capricorn and Aquarius. It is at this period in winter in the northern hemisphere, in which natural energies are flowing in a specific way, which tend to, like the power of winter, push things down, sleeping, etc. We call this din, severity, limitation. And the littlest thing can offset and bam, cause problems, such as leaning down and voila, getting something in the back. Now you could say, well, it happens to me all the time. Well, you know something? These things do happen because each individual has their own energetic field. Each place has its own energetic field. And everything in the universe has energetic fields which are overlapping, interacting with one another all the time. We have to understand this and learn about this and go with the flow, recognizing that there is a time and a purpose for all things under heaven. We've now entered into, according to the secular counting of things, a new year and a new decade. Not that that really means anything in the astrological understanding of things, but we must understand the nature and ebb and flow of energy. This is why it's important that we become sensitive to and aware of the flow of what's happening. In our KosherTorah School, for those of you who follow me, you know, unlike many of my peers who all they want to do is talk to you about grandiose concepts and ideas, let's talk about Sefirot and Olamot and reincarnation and this and that, and all it is a bunch of entertaining talk. Nothing wrong with entertaining, nothing wrong with talk. But we live in what the Kabbalists call Olam Asiya, which is the world of action. We have to do things in this world. One of the great teachings of the Baal Shem Tov, he once did a meditative ascent, which is the type of teachings we teach here at the KosherTorah School. And he says he went up to Gan Eden and he met Mashiach. And it's a pretty intense revelation, pretty intense vision. And he says, all right, we're waiting for you for a long time. When are you going to be popping down here? And it goes, this is what you got to watch for. When your teachings go all around the world and people are able to do aliyot like you're doing right now. This is real Hasidut. Real Hasidut is not the entertainment. It's not the oy 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 oys. It is not just reading in books and saying, wow, that's cool, or helps me feel good, or intellectually stimulating. Many of the groups are out there doing that. That's not what the Baal Shem Tov taught. The Baal Shem Tov taught the meditative disciplines of how to ascend. Just like Rabbi Chaim Vital taught it before him, just like Avraham Abulafia taught it before him, just like the sages of the Merkava ascent before them, and the biblical prophets. This is the traditions that we teach here at our KosherTorah School. Because if we're entering into dangerous times when, like it says in Kohelet, we might be in or close to a time of war, a time of difficulties, it's not acceptable. It's not enough that you heard it from me, you heard it from this one or that one. No, you have to be able to sense it yourselves. You have to cultivate the meditative techniques so you yourselves can understand and feel within you the ebb and flow and the nature of things. Because then, and only then, will you be able to be in the right time, in the right place, in the right way, right circumstances. That's how it all works out. You have to recognize that all the universe and all of life is like a dance, like a ballet. I'm not a big fan of the ballet. Don't ever offer to me tickets to a ballet. I'll never go. But that doesn't mean I don't appreciate with wonder the absolute perfection of their movements. You ever see them? It's amazing what they're able to do. It's like martial arts. Profound. And it's all a dance. And this is how it is with the universe. You have to understand this. You need to experience this. You need to learn how to do this. Here at our KosherTorah School, it's exactly what I'm going to teach. For those of you who are my private students, who are already members of our student body supporting us at a $50 a month level, thank you. You're going to get the full access to everything that I'm teaching. For those of you who are not, hey, consider joining us and seeing for yourselves. If not, you go online and see what I have to offer you. On Facebook, I'm already teaching live public classes from my books, Walking in the Fire and Protection from Evil, to try to give you proper, practical, realistic, Asiatic techniques of what you can do to protect yourselves, prepare yourselves, make your lives better. That's what it's all about. So, if all you want is nice, entertaining words or moral support or intellectual stimulation, I hope that we have some of that too. But you're going to find that that's everywhere else. But if you want to learn experience, how to tap into, right, the pulse of what's really happening, my peers aren't teaching that, but I am. Come and tap on my course page on KosherTorah.com. See what I'm offering for you. I'm going to have many of my old Tanakh courses from Isaiah, the Kings, everything I'm going to be making available for you. That's all theory still. That's all teachings. Everything that we do is to integrate. But the practical meditative technique courses, they're ready for you. They're already there. And I'm going to be making even more available for you as time goes by. Ariel Tzadok here from the KosherTorah School, telling you, get ready. Because even though we in the secular calendar call it a new year and a new decade, the mechanical movement of energy around us, call it astrology, call it whatever you want, is in motion. Things are happening, and they're going to happen very soon. Prepare, feel and sense and know. And when you do, nothing more will need to be said. Come check us out at KosherTorah.com, and I'll see you online. Join us in our free classes on Facebook, and come check out our courses. Come become a supporter. We'll see you all soon. Shalom.